Taiwan, there's a filial son who took care of his bed-ridden mother for the past 17 years. In New York, Tzu Chi volunteers changed the year and blessing ceremonies online due to the pandemic. Selamat datang ke DaAi Headlines, saya Simon Gan. Terima kasih menyertai sesi berita kita. In Taiwan, Lin Longhui has been taking care of his 92-year-old mother, who is bedridden for the past 17 years. Besides caring for the family, Tzu Chi volunteers also provided the family with a second-hand electric bed, so that it will be easier for Lin to take care of his mother. Let's take a look.
This is the painkiller, this is the antiemetic medicine, and this medicine for herpes zoster. She has to take it 6 times a day, and I have no time to sleep. Now she only has to take it 3 times a day, and I can finally sleep. Her body also has time to absorb the medicine.
I'm full. My son becomes so thin after taking care of me.
When I exchange adult diapers for my mother, I will always smell it. Even if it smells bad, I'll have to smell it. If there is no smell, then I'll get worried about her condition.
Alon took a long time to learn how to pack adult diapers. Since he's a man, I have to teach him the know-how. Sometimes he even calls me because the urine's getting everywhere on the bed. Back then the bed was very low and took us great effort bending down to cover the bed sheets with adult diapers. It was exhausting. So with the electric bed given by Tzu Chi, we felt more relieved.
This saved my waist. Tzu Chi Foundation has helped me find this bed. The brothers and sisters came and helped me with this installation. It's very convenient and my mother loves it.
Yes, it's easier to sleep like this since it's flat. It feels really good. Previously, when I sleep on the old bed, I could not find the right position. Therefore, my bones were displaced.
Hey.
Not only Tzu Chi but other local units also came to help her. Like the haircut today, it is done by a Tzu Chi sister since she's here. This task was originally given to another unit. In the past, when we visited, Grandma would tell me that her son was very fierce towards her, so I felt bad for her. But now things have changed and the son is very kind and gentle towards his mother. Lin Longhui really changed a lot.
伊毋是咧逍遥咧，迄伫咧受苦咧。
所以咧，
所以我的想法就无共款啊。较早我拢感觉讲啊，伊拢放一个滑拖啊，即马不会啊。我的接受哦，是因为那一张照片。
你出席我为妈妈抱你，即马刚好位置颠倒嘛，
对啊，
哇，你抱妈妈嘛，
对啊，
对。
In Taoyuan's Zhongli district, local borough chief Chen Yaojin took volunteers to visit seniors who need handlebars installed in their homes. Let's take a look.
Let's just go to her house. I've already told her that we're visiting her.
Tzu Chi's home improvement project made its way to Zhongli District's Xingfu village. While some volunteers were installing the handlebar, other volunteers accompanied Granny Xiao in warm-up exercises. After the handlebar is set, Granny Xiao is the first to use it. The handlebar was designed based on the seniors' needs, as a prior inspection was made to ensure materials required.
If it's not being used, it lifts up and saves space. When you want to use it, just press it. The most important thing is to provide convenience and safety to you. Safety first.
From the room to bathroom, Granny Ye walks around conveniently with a crutch.
Now seniors have to really take care of themselves since they stay at home. Thank you, Tzu Chi, for the assistance. I'm truly grateful.
After improving the environment of seniors, moving on, volunteers hope that with the materials installed, seniors may live a happy and stable life.
Yancheng District is an old town in Kaohsiung with many old houses. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers brought a team of plumbers and electricians to help with the transformation so that the elders can live at ease.
When Tzu Chi volunteers visit the care recipient, they find messy pipeline in the house. Fortunately, there are water and electricity skill volunteers came.
The pipeline connecting to the water heater needs to be changed from the second floor to the first floor so that she can take a hot shower.
Mrs. Liu is nearly 70 years old, and it was really dangerous for her to go up and down the stairs. After communicating with her, the bathing area was changed.
We follow her needs, see how it is convenient for her to use it.
Not only the bathroom was refinished, but the window frame was also remajored and installed with the safety net.
I'm so grateful for everyone to be so busy for me and helping me to make it so comfortable. I'm very grateful.
We asked her, over the sofa when you sleep here, are there many mosquitoes? She said that there are really many and they are very big. So I helped her install a screen door. And also, it is not easy for her to take a shower on the second floor. So we installed an electric heater for her downstairs.
Mrs. Liu has been renting a house in Yancheng District for more than 20 years. With the help of the volunteers to change the old facilities, she can finally get good night's sleep.
As the Lunar New Year approaches, we take a look at Tzu Chi volunteers in New York who have changed their year-end blessing ceremonies to online meetings due to the pandemic.
Global audience, Happy New Year. I'm now at Tzu Chi New York chapter. To welcome the Lunar New Year, the chapter office has been decorated. As one enters the office on the first floor, one sees bamboo coin bags. We'll take a look at the second floor. This is the second floor. This year, the year-end blessing ceremonies in New York area have been changed to online meetings. To ensure people can feel the warm atmosphere of the Lunar New Year, they specially decorated the chapter office. Let's learn about their thoughts behind the decoration. In this corner, there's a Guanyin Bodhisattva and 3D lotus, which present a thing of pure light in the mundane world. To the left, there's a picture of Dharma Master Zheng Yan. The surrounding area has been decorated as Jingsi abode. We want to express how overseas city volunteers miss the master.
We miss the master at the Jingsi abode. Our foundation was built upon the bamboo bank era. Therefore, we set up the abode to symbolize the bamboo bank era. We can feel the master's blessings here.
In the vegetarian zone on the third floor, seamstress Su Mei Li has made animals and vegetables which are amazing.
It was difficult for me to find the color. Fortunately, I had the thoughts to embrace the vegetarianism, and I found this color. I used towel to make the leaf. The shape of the cabbage has some ridges. The stem is made with non-woven fabric.
In the new year, the pandemic has worsened. Therefore, City New York chapter has taken pandemic prevention measures and changed the year blessing ceremony to online meetings, spreading the master's blessing for city volunteers.
This year, the master has been talking about two things. First is for people to embrace vegetarianism. Everyone must adopt the vegetarian diet. The second thing is to do good deeds, because only when one does good deeds can he protect his health and safety.
At the main site for year-end blessing ceremony, the CEO gave volunteers red envelopes of blessing and wisdom he brought from Taiwan. A total of 9 new city commissioners and honorary board members received their certification.
Being certified is my promise to the master. I can take this promise and walk a longer journey.
As the year-end blessing ceremony has been held online, on-stage volunteers in the greater New York area presented sutra adaptation of Sutra of Innumerable Meanings for the first time. The average age of online volunteers in Manhattan is 65. Meanwhile, in Long Island, Tzu Chis and Tzu Shaos have joined the performance, showing their harmony and concerted efforts.
The teacher came twice, but we could not gather to practice. We practiced at home.
10 minutes later, the actual filming will begin. Volunteers from Manhattan seized the last practice to present sutra adaptation at the year-end blessing ceremony.
Last time I was thinking about it is my dream. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I worry that I have only memorized half of the performance.
Volunteers from Manhattan have an average age of 65 years old. Some of them are performing for the first time in this online year-end blessing ceremony.
Since I have never gestured sign language before, so when I connect the movements, I pay attention to the position of my hands.
Volunteers from City New York chapter in Flushing work to ensure the formation is correct during the Sunday study sessions in 1 month. Volunteer Ye Xiuyun has chosen this chapter of Sutra of Innumerable Meanings because the sutra verses fit the situation of New York volunteers as they face the pandemic.
Despite the pandemic, Tzu Chi volunteers in New York still did a lot of work. We distributed masks and vegetables. We gave out winter clothes. This is work that needs to be done. In order to become bodhisattvas, we need to go amongst the public.
More than 80 people from 4 areas put on the performance. There are 2 venues in Long Island. It was a challenge as Tzu Shaos and Tzu Chis had to film this for an hour outdoor in the cold weather. From participating in sutra adaptation, New York volunteers nurtured their wisdom.
今年正好是纽约分会成立30年。
This year marks the 30th anniversary of City New York chapter. Due to the pandemic, the way of celebration has to be adjusted. For instance, volunteers are promoting vegetarianism online, and dinner gathering has been changed to charity sale. Working with one heart, New York City volunteers bravely face future challenges.
面对未来的所有不确定以及挑战。
In recent years, AR and VR are trending technologies. Now, AR is used in education, as students no longer have to be at the farm to experience farm life. Also, by wearing VR goggles, one may even witness dinosaurs that were extinct millions of years ago.
Moving the left and right foot, students are able to experience sumo wrestling firsthand through watching a video.
AR 我们叫做扩增实境，就是在真。
AR is in short for augmented reality. It creates things that do not exist in real worlds and functions as information branching externally. Like the mobile phone game Pokemon, it's a type of AR. On the other hand, VR is short for virtual reality. It creates a 3D space, and after wearing VR goggles, one may immerse into another world.
眼睛蒙住之后呢，让你看到了另外一个世界。
不要动哦。OK。
For 360-degree photo shooting, along with editing the footage on a computer, a VR simulation can be created, simulating real-life experiences. Courses like this have grown in popularity recently.
低头就会看到黑色标志，然后就可以离开。
网络上就是看到一些消息，然后觉得很酷啊，
I saw this class online. I thought it was cool and interesting, so I thought of participating. It's good because we can see exhibitions and new things at the tip of our fingers.
Through VR, you can experience farming and witness dinosaurs extinct millions of years ago. Besides watching VR simulations, students are encouraged to create their own VR videos.
It's best if we can create VR ourselves, because in the past companies made those, so I want to let children experience making VR simulations. Because of the pandemic, outdoor activities aren't allowed, so if we can make videos about places outside the campus, students may experience it in class through VR simulations.
Taibao studies in education and information science, as he once received an award from a hackathon, which in fact boosted his interest in VR and AR. At first, he designed simulations for museums and exhibitions, but after giving speeches to schools, he felt the possibility to use VR and AR in the field of education in Taiwan.
People didn't expect VR to be this successful. It was thought to be impossible. Therefore, I'm here to break the norm and hopefully bring this technology to Taiwan.
更多的这个发酵，让大家可以更认识它这样子。
AR/VR 这个是未来可能近10年内一定是会蓬勃发展的一个产业。
AR and VR industries expect growth in the upcoming 10 years. If we pour in resources and educate young people now, then it would certainly be beneficial to the growing industry of such technology in the future.
不管是在工作或是在产业界这个发展，应该都是会非常有帮助这样子。
像手滑动的体验不叫做 VR 体验，真正要 VR 体验要干嘛？戴上 VR 眼镜。
Courses like this began to open up in multiple locations in Taiwan, bringing fun and interesting concepts to students while encouraging them to learn.
In Taiwan, there are some TCM medicinal materials which can be used for food and medicine and can be produced locally. Many small farms have been planting these herbs and use blockchain technology to ensure the quality and value of the herbs. Follow a report as we learn more.
The most embarrassing aspect of local production of TCM medicinal materials in Taiwan is the lack of an official certification system. In order to overcome this problem, small farmers are now using blockchain technology. Here we can see that all of these agarwood trees have their own QR code, which is similar to an ID card. And the number of each tree is different. So we only need to scan the QR code and we'll know which tree produced this agarwood product that I'm using right now, right?
It should be said who produced the agarwood. The information will also tell you what season it was produced and how many trees there are. This is how we show it transparently to everyone. So this is something unique to this agarwood proofing that is unique and authentic.
All planting records cannot be changed once uploaded to the blockchain, which is a special characteristic of blockchain technology.
这个是你们家在区块链的后台。
对，通常我们会这样子，育苗，
所以点选育苗。
Blockchain is very similar to a line group. For example, if there are 5 people in this group, then the 5 of us can discuss the same thing at the same time. This is the same form as blockchain. One cannot change it as information is scattered in everyone's mobile phone.
It's precisely because of tamper-proof technology associated with blockchain, which makes it very credible when it comes to production and sales history of food items. This is the reason why it has been accepted by so many young farmers.
Yes, Miaoli have a long history of cultivating domestic TCM medicinal materials. As the main crops in Miaoli are red dates and are chrysanthemum, both crops have a history of more than 100 years in Taiwan.
These blooming chrysanthemum are bright and quite abundant, as they must be picked manually in order to maintain good quality.
用梅雨季的时候，不可以让它泡到水。这杭菊啊，其实整棵植物，其实我们只取了它大概5% 的东西出来而已。
The most essential flowers are sent to the oven to be dried and kept fresh. This process must be uploaded to the blockchain.
We'll make a detailed record of how much was harvested, what temperature when it entered the drying process, the quantity after drying, and the time and amount will be recorded.
If a product today is advertised as all natural, organic, and non-toxic, in addition to getting a lot of certifications, the relevant records can be recorded through a blockchain platform. At least this will ensure that these records have not undergone any tampering.
Xie Fuyu was selected as one of the top 100 young farmers in Miaoli in 2015. He is the largest planter of chrysanthemum and red dates in Miaoli. Chen Yaojin, with 3 master degrees in Europe, is good at using flexible internet marketing. Chen Jiwei took over her father's agarwood farm and has been devoted to international sales. What they have in common is that after discovering the limitations of TCM medicine materials in Taiwan, they found solutions through blockchain technology.
The price of Taiwan chrysanthemum may be at least 10 to 20 times that of what is produced in China. Taiwan's red dates are also 10 to 20 times the cost of Chinese dates. Therefore, because of price, many TCM companies won't consider using domestic products such as chrysanthemum and red date.
Taiwan's market is too small. It has no choice but to pursue high-end product and develop international sales, with small farmers relying on technology for this.
黑色的部分就是它结香的部分。这个黑色的部分呢，它给它点的话，它有香味。
The scent is best from the oil secreted from below the surface of the trunk after injury, which is made into medicine, incense, or an essential oil. However, an agarwood tree must be planted for 6 years before it can enter the fragrance-bearing stage. In order for the entire tree to be fragrant, the key lies in injecting bacteria.
If these strains are to be restored, we make them in the Petri dish to replicate the strains. We do about 500 liters or 1,000 liters at a time, which are injected into the trees.
At present, most of these trees are from the south of Jiayi to Taidong. The difficulty lies in the fact that our laws and regulations don't involve bilateral communication that can assist farmers.
In the case of agarwood, we think it's an agricultural product, but the Agriculture Administration Unit thinks of it as a forestry service. And while we use blockchain or halal certification, this is to tell consumers that our products are safe. This is also because our country can give us specific production and sales certifications.
It will be classified as TCM medicinal material, so red date farmers can install it directly, so it must be sold through TCM distributors and merchants. If law and regulations are used to restrict it, this can cause unnecessary trouble to us as producers.
Taiwan's self-produced TCM materials have crossed over into 2 major fields of food and medicine with the help of production and marketing system that ensures safety. As for the future of this industry, there is a need for more brainstorming to find new ways for this traditional business to survive.
Thank you and goodbye.